Morning San Antonio starts right now.
3 homes up in flames on San Antonio's northwest side overnight. We'll take you to the scene for the latest on what we know right now.
And did the Farmer's Almanac actually predict the February winter storm? An explanation from one of our own KSAT meteorologists. Plus.
And good morning, I'm Max Massey. Take a look at this view right now. We're at the top of what will be the new headquarters for Jefferson Bank right here on Broadway. We're going to explain what this means for the Broadway corridor and what it means for the future of the Alamo City. Just a bit.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 22nd, otherwise known later today as
the first day of fall, and we are truly excited about it because not only is it officially fall, it's starting to feel like it as well.
It is. It's breezy. It's a little bit cooler out there as far as the humidity goes. It's gone for now. Let's check back in with Justin Horn now joining us this morning. And wow, talk about a great start to our Wednesday, sir.
Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. We had that front come through yesterday. Got a little bit of rain with it, gusty winds, but the dry air is funneled in and it feels so much better. And yes, it is first day of autumn. Well, we're not quite there. 2:21 this afternoon. That's when we officially get into fall. Let's first, though, go outside for you, show you what's going on. We've got mostly clear skies, temperatures in the 70s, 70 degrees at the airport, 63 Helota, 64 Bernie Stage. A lot of 60s on the map. We'll see these numbers rebound a little bit with the dry air. Temperatures will rise back into the 80s this afternoon, but about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than it was yesterday. And the air being drier, it just helps quite a bit. There's like the dew points in the 40s in most spots. So that's the big change. That dew point really fell off as that front came through. And the winds are still a little bit gusty out of the north there, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Yes, we will make it into the mid 80s today, and there's some great weather ahead even as we head into the weekend. Then some changes, maybe some more rain back in the forecast. We're going to talk all about that and talk about first day of autumn coming up here in just a few minutes. Guys.
Thank you, Justin.
Let's look at today's 9 at 9. As the migrant crisis in Del Rio worsens, Governor Greg Abbott says anyone crossing the border illegally will be arrested and put in jail. This as the Department of Defense helps Border Patrol agents move migrants to other processing locations, but people are showing up just as fast as they are being taken away.
Attorneys for Gabby Petito's family say a body found in Wyoming is in fact Gabby Petito. The case is being ruled a homicide, but the cause of death has not been released. The nationwide effort to find her accused killer and fiancé Brian Laundrie is still underway.
Pfizer is scheduled to present its booster data to the CDC today. The FDA still has not authorized emergency use for the booster for people over 65, meaning the CDC can't do anything right now, but they are pressing ahead with the meeting anyway. Health experts say the FDA could make a decision on boosters for the general population in the coming weeks.
A rare and powerful 5.8 magnitude earthquake damaged the city of Melbourne, Australia overnight. Officials say there are no reports of injuries. This was the largest quake to rattle Australia since 2019.
Construction is back underway in the New Orleans Superdome after the roof caught fire yesterday afternoon. Officials say crews were cleaning the roof when something sparked the fire. It was quickly put out, but that area of the roof is badly damaged. The dome is undergoing a $450 million renovation.
Former President Donald Trump is suing his niece Mary Trump along with several New York Times journalists. The suit claims his niece disclosed his tax information violating a settlement agreement and that the journalists pushed Mary to release details.
The Department of Justice is suing American Airlines and JetBlue over the airline alliance. The suit accuses the airlines of trading information and revenue so they could raise prices and reduce choice for passengers traveling to and from major cities in the Northeast.
McDonald's introducing a plan to make its Happy Meals a little happier for the planet. It says Happy Meal toys will be made from more sustainable materials by 2025, including cutting the use of new plastics in its toys by about 90%.
And if you haven't already, break out the pumpkin spice and the sweaters. It is the first official day of fall. The fall equinox is when every place on Earth gets roughly 12 hours of sunlight and 12 hours of darkness. And that's today's 9 at 9. A top story this morning, San Antonio firefighters trying to figure out what sparked a massive fire on the northwest side overnight.
3 houses were involved. One was completely destroyed. Jonathan Cotto joined us from the scene near Hillebrand and I-10 for the latest on what we know.
This is what's left of this northwest side home after it was completely engulfed in flames. The fire here spreading to the neighboring homes, leaving one man and his daughter with nowhere to go. San Antonio Fire Department responding to the 300 block of Viendo Street to find 3 homes and a car on fire. Crews on scene say that call came at around 2:20 a.m. They tell us firefighters arrived to a house fully engulfed in flames, a second home with a fire in the attic, and a third home scorched by the flames. They say despite the amount of fire, they were able to get the scene quickly under control, adding a smoke shop located directly behind the homes nearly caught on fire as well. They were able to prevent the fires from jumping over to that business. San Antonio Fire Department says no injuries were reported and the family inside that home were able to escape safely. Now they're saying they are estimating the damage of this fire is up to $350,000. And of course, the cause of this fire remains under investigation. Reporting from the city's northwest side, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
This week is National Forensic Science Week, and it's a perfect time to start a new series called The Investigation.
We take a look at forensic science and how it has evolved over the years to help solve crimes. And later today, we kick off this series with a look inside the Bexar County Crime Lab. The lab provides forensic analysis in cases dealing with DNA, serology, firearms, and drug identification. The crime lab is providing high-efficiency results in casework and continues to help agencies solve crimes or exonerate a potential suspect.
If you're a victim in a crime, you don't want to hear that it's going to take a year for your case to be done. In the same sense, if you're a suspect of a crime, you don't want to hear it's going to take a year for your name potentially to be cleared, or even for your case to go forward and to bring about some conclusion and resolution.
Later today on the news at 6, we'll give you a closer look inside all the work being done inside our local crime lab. Well, if you've driven down Broadway recently or been in the downtown area, you've probably seen construction in the area.
One of the newest construction projects is the new Jefferson Bank headquarters. Max Massey joins us live on the construction site. And Max, you tell us this is going to be much more than a bank headquarters.
Guys, this is so exciting for the local community. It is going to be so much more than the headquarters. We're talking about stores. We're also talking about bars here right on Broadway. Joined here with Paul McSween, President and CEO of Jefferson Bank. So, Paul, I got to ask, why Broadway?
You know, we have looked at San Antonio for the last probably 6 years and tried to find a place for our headquarters. We're consolidating folks from multiple locations across the city. And if we finally decided if we could put a dot on the map, it would be right here in this location. The Pearl has been the catalyst for the redevelopment of Broadway. We're very excited about the energy down here. We believe that this is a location that will really help us recruit and retain top talent. We feel like that as we look ahead at the banking industry and the skill set that's required, we're bringing in lots of young folks that have technology skill sets, and they love it down here. There's so much energy, and it's something we want to be a part of.
We've talked about, the next 20, 40 years. What can people in and around our community expect of the Broadway corridor?
This thing is developing all the way from King William all the way up through Alamo Heights, and it's something that companies from outside of San Antonio are interested in. We are excited to be a part of it because we see companies that used to look outside of Texas or look at other cities in Texas like Dallas and Houston and then Austin from technology perspective now are looking at San Antonio because they like the cost of living here. They like the culture here. It's a different feel. The people here are so friendly. It's just it's been a little hidden secret for so many years, and I think a lot of companies are looking at San Antonio now and saying, we like this place. This is something that we want to be a part of.
All right, Paul, last question. We only got about 30 seconds left. Give the people in and around the community a little preview of what to expect when this comes up in about a year.
Well, we're going to occupy about half the building. We've got room for expansion. We've got a lot of tenants we're talking to right now. We've got about 220,000 square feet of office space, and then we've got 20,000 feet of retail and restaurant space on the ground floor. So we're real excited about the prospects we're talking to right now. There's a lot in store for San Antonio in this building.
All right, Paul, thank you so much. If you guys have any questions about the project, about the future, about the stores, everything you can expect here in the Broadway corridor, we're going to have that. Just head to KSAT.com. Guys, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Max.
It's exciting. Thank you, Max. Right now, 9:08, about 70 degrees. Can you believe it? Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Details about a new scam that could be making its rounds to your workplace.
Later, Katie Blake joins us for a science lab on pumpkin density. Perfect for the first fall of day later today. Make note of these ingredients so you can follow along at home.
But first, your morning headlines with David Sears. New video causing outrage for a daycare in Ohio. The story after the break. And welcome back. In your morning headlines, 2 daycare workers could be headed to jail, and the guy catches a ride on the side of a semi.
The kid gets her head stuck, and a Navy vet is all the craze on that wacky app, TikTok. David Sears is here. Good morning.
Okay, so when I saw the story about the kid getting her head stuck, I immediately went to Christmas Story. The triple dog dare you.
That's why you were looking that up.
The flagpole with the kid getting his tongue stuck on that flagpole. That's what I thought of. Just not quite like that, but
close.
It's close. We'll get to that in just a second. But first, we're going to start off in Cincinnati, a daycare. One teacher opens a door to let a 4-year-old into the class. Another teacher just shoves the child to the floor. The teacher who opened the door to let the child in just closes the door and kind of walks away. Now both teachers could be walking into jail. This all happening back in June. The teacher doing the shoving is James Ciolino, and the teacher just closing the door and walking away is Jennifer Miller. After a few minutes, you see Ciolino grab the child and take her out of the classroom to Lisa McMullen. She's the director of the school. She said, just by the way the child was crying, something wasn't right. So she pulled a surveillance video, took a look, and then took action.
The video itself has all the truth it needs in it. So as soon as you watch that, or as soon as you see that, you know immediately what has to be done.
The guy just pushed her away like an animal, a little baby who knows nothing, who all she knows in life is just to play, eat, and sleep. You push her down on her chest, and she's lying down crying, and you are still doing what you were doing. What a heartless man.
Yeah, you can tell mom's pretty upset. The director of the school fired both teachers, called police. Police have charged Ciolino with an assault and child endangerment charge, and Miller is charged with child endangerment. They have pled not guilty. Their trial is set for December. All right, let's take you to Atlanta. New definition of free ride. Dude jumps on the side of a semi-cab and then hitches a ride down the highway. There he goes. He's just hanging onto the mirror and just sitting there, riding down the highway. If you look real close, you can see how close he came to another semi, and he was cruising down Highway 85. You can't really see it on that one, but you can tell he's kind of smoking a cigar on this one, because there he is again. Now he's on the driver's side of that semi-cab. And then they find another guy. We don't know if it's the same guy or not. It could be. He's hanging onto the back of a bus. Yeah, at night. Definitely got the attention of the bus company and some of the drivers and passengers cruising around seeing it.
I've never seen anything like this. This is crazy. I was like, only in Atlanta you would see something like this going on.
Oh, probably not just Atlanta. The bus company pointed out that riding on the back of a bus like that is not only dangerous, but it's illegal. All right, let's head to Boulder, Colorado. That's a little girl with her head stuck in the railing right there outside of her apartment door. This is police body cam video. How smart are these guys? They grab their battering ram and use it as a crowbar to separate those bars. And in just a few seconds, she slips her head out and she's free. That is Sergeant Marquez and Officer Kyle. At least didn't have to get the Crisco oil out. The officers stayed for a few minutes to make sure she was okay. She said she felt good. She gets a sticker and a couple of new friends, not to mention a great story to tell. See how that kind of related to the Christmas story?
Yes, but we're glad she's okay.
And finally this morning, you think the kids are TikTok stars. Meet the latest social media superstar. That is 79-year-old Navy veteran Kenny from New York. Amanda Klein, who is Kenny's neighbor and a school teacher for the deaf and hard of hearing students, set him up on TikTok. He is known as Patriotic Kenny. He was also known for his scooter. One day he texted Amanda to let her know that scooter was broken. Really couldn't be fixed. Amanda said she was almost in tears. So she posted the news on TikTok. Then about a week later, bam, TikTok followers, friends, family ended up raising over $100,000 for Kenny.
No, you're kidding. I don't know what to say, Amanda.
You are so worthy of this. Like, everyone is. Hello, humanity. It's nice to see you again.
How about that? Kenny a little overcome with emotion, but the two decided to pay it forward. So they're using the leftover money to help another 10 veterans in New York get their own new scooters. So yes, we salute Kenny.
Awesome.
His service and the fact that he got a new scooter and he's a star on TikTok.
What was it? Welcome back, humanity?
Welcome back.
Yes, nice to see you.
Like that. Yep.
Yeah.
Really
Pretty good stuff right there. Look at Kenny cruising now.
Yep.
Yeah. And helping others.
And helping others.
We love
there
it.
you go.
Fantastic.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David, very much. Well, Justin joins us now. We double dog dare you to come up with better weather than we're seeing right now this week.
Big dare.
Yeah, I don't know that I can. I mean, this week is about as good as it gets. Maybe if we had like highs in the 70s, which we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We're not quite there yet. It is the start of autumn today, though. 2:21. Mark your clock, not your calendar, your clock. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Yeah. I got you.
I wasn't talking about you specifically, though, Mark.
I'm
That's
aware.
why you jump.
It's Mark with a K, by the way.
Yeah. It is at 2:21 today. The Earth's axis is tilted neither towards or nor away from the sun. So you get the equal amount of sunlight at all latitudes, equal amount of daylight and darkness at all latitudes. And there it is, fall. We officially welcome it today. It feels a little bit like it. With everything going on with the cold front coming through yesterday. Take a look at the dew point change over the last 24 hours. We're down 30 degrees. The air is really dried out thanks to that front, and it really plunged in last night. And so with the dry air in place, temperatures will really fall off by tomorrow morning. It wasn't all that chilly this morning. You'll notice it tomorrow, I promise. Right now, 70 degrees at the airport, 74 Pleasanton, some 60s Fredericksburg to Kerrville over to Rock Springs. And we're starting to turn a corner here. Temperatures are on the way up. And with the dry air, you will also see some warmish temperatures today, but about 10 to 15 degrees cooler than what we were looking at yesterday. As far as wind gusts go, still seeing some gusts out of the north, 24 miles per hour in New Braunfels, 17 mile per hour wind gusts there in Pleasanton. I think we'll see a few gusts around 25 miles per hour today. Those winds do calm as we get into the evening hours. Here's the wind gust forecast, and I think they fall off. Those gusts down around 10 miles per hour by 6 p.m. and then we basically lose the winds tonight. There's the scene outside. Beautiful start to the day, 70 degrees. Still some cloud cover out there. Those clouds will eventually go away too, with northerly winds at 10 miles per hour. And the forecast calls for a high right around 86 degrees. Mostly clear skies as we get into the afternoon and evening, and then down to 73 by 8 o'clock. And tonight into tomorrow morning, we're dropping to 57 here in San Antonio. You can imagine in the hill country, those lows will be in the low 50s with clear skies up there and light winds. Should be a great start to your Thursday. Let's look down the line here. We've got high pressure sort of in control for now. That scoots east, and I think that keeps things pretty quiet through the weekend. As we get into early next week, though, there's a low that develops out west. It gets cut off from the jet stream and sort of sits there and then very slowly works its way east Monday into Tuesday. That should start to give us some lift and some chances of showers and storms. I think right now the best chance is on Tuesday, and hopefully we could get some decent rain out of that because you know what? We need the rain. It's going to be a dry stretch here with low humidity. 88 tomorrow, 89 Friday, 89 Saturday, 91 Sunday. It does warm up some over the weekend. We'll start to see a little bit more moisture by Sunday, and then there are the rain chances. 30% Monday, 40% on Tuesday, guys.
Very good. We're happy with this weather.
Yep.
Thank you, Justin. 9:20, about 71 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9, we break down how an ages-old source of information is relevant in today's modern times, the Farmer's Almanac.
Welcome back, 9:23. Kind of a fascinating topic here. America has a rich history when it comes to almanacs, and a lot of people believe Farmer's Almanac predicted February's winter storm. That is the topic of this week's KSAT Explains episode.
And KSAT meteorologist Sarah Spivey is here to explain some of this. And first of all, Sarah, can you tell us a little bit about what a farmer's almanac is and why the tradition of almanacs has trickled into modern society?
Absolutely, guys. It's really fascinating when you think about it, because America does have a rich history with almanacs. Now, at a time when modern meteorology did not exist and most folks were rural and sustenance farming, they needed a way to predict the weather. And so an almanac is full of weather predictions, tide tables, planting dates, poems, even riddles and like old-timey stories. There's one almanac that dates all the way back to the time of the American colonists, written by Benjamin Franklin himself, called Poor Richard's Almanac. So Mark and Stephanie, ever since, modern meteorology has been perfected or improved, we still have a lot of folks who carry the tradition of almanacs in their lives.
Oh, you see them for sale even at HEB. It seems like every season. So let's talk a little bit more about the almanac and going back to the February winter storm. Why do people believe that the almanac actually predicted what happened this year in the month of February?
Good question. And I'll show you their prediction right here. Now, something to keep in mind is, remember that between February 13th to 19th here in San Antonio and across the state of Texas, in San Antonio, we had temperatures as low as 9 degrees and more than 6 inches of snow. The storm impacted all of Texas. Of course, the most devastating impacts coming from ERCOT's power grid failure. But here is the Farmer's Almanac prediction. Look at the 12th through the 15th. All right, this is at the time that we were seeing the winter storm. It says changeable skies, which technically is true, but it's a pretty vague statement there. 16th through 19th, clearing and colder. Colder, okay, but colder is relative. And then here is the part that people are really latching on to. Heavy snow, eastern New Mexico, much of Oklahoma/Texas. All right, a wintry mix in Arkansas, northern Louisiana, showery in southern Texas and Louisiana. So that highlighted part there, Mark and Steph, is the part that people are kind of saying, hey, look, they predicted heavy snow for, quote, much of Oklahoma, Texas.
Yeah, very interesting. And, and that seems pretty good for a prediction made months in advance. But how is the publication's forecast misleading?
Okay, let's go back to that graphic that I had just shown there. And I want to show you a couple of things here. As I mentioned earlier, the dates are a little off. Right? 12th through 15th, it says changeable skies. Mark and Stephanie, the skies change every day, from the start of the day to the end of the day. So that statement is true, but it's vague. Another thing to keep in mind is that pretty good for the Farmer's Almanac to say heavy snow, Oklahoma, Texas, maybe like a week after the winter storm. But in the same sentence, they say showery southern Texas, which we were not. During those dates, we had 60 to 70 degree weather and absolutely no precipitation whatsoever. So what we're seeing here is confirmation bias, right? If you believe something to be true, like the Farmer's Almanac, you're going to pick from that entire group of things what is most true in your mind. And that's what the Farmer's Almanac came up with. Another thing to keep in mind, back to the graphics, is that the Farmer's Almanac, predicts for an entire area. This is their South Central State Zone. New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. That is over 570,000 square miles. New Mexico's dry desert weather is totally different than Louisiana's swampy weather, right? There is no possible way to give an accurate forecast for those areas unless, and this is the key word here, unless that information is vague. And that is what it says. When you look at a lot of snow for Oklahoma/Texas, does that mean the Oklahoma-Texas border? Does that mean all of Oklahoma and all of Texas? It's up for interpretation. And then finally, they keep their formula very secret. It says they take things like sunspot activity, positions of the planets, tidal action of the moon, variety of other factors in consideration. And only a man under the pseudonym of Caleb Weatherby knows the exact formula. They self-claim to be 80 to 85% accurate without any kind of scientific backing on that. So it's interesting. In fact, scientific studies have been done about the almanac. It's actually 50 to 52% correct. Random chance.
Random chance. All right, so let's go with it.
Okay.
What is the Farmer's Almanac predicting for winter 2022?
All right, they say a somewhat frigid forecast and flaky forecast. I can guarantee you there will be times in the winter when it is a little frigid here in San Antonio.
And a little flaky.
We may even have a few flakes, as we often do. And I'm not trying to discredit people who trust the Farmer's Almanac, because, again, there is a rich history in our nation in the Farmer's Almanac. What I'm trying to do is, if you want a detailed forecast, let's stick with the science, the meteorology.
Gotcha. Well, you know, and like you said, some folks are going to say, you know what, it was close enough for me.
Yeah. Right.
And I grew up with this, and my grandpa, and everything like that.
There are fun things in here, too, to read. Yeah. Really fun.
Interesting.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you.
Yeah.
Latest on KSAT Explains. There is more ahead on GMSA at 9.
It's Wednesday, and that means Katie Blake is joining us for Katie's Science Lab. And so take a picture of these ingredients with your phone if you want to follow along today.
But first, a scam could be lingering in your workplace, and it could involve your boss, or so you think. We have details on that. You're going to want to pay attention to that. Check out after the break.
And welcome back. It's 9:32. There's a new scam making the rounds in workplaces.
So the Federal Trade Commission says scammers are portraying managers and asking employees to put on a company event and pay for it with gift cards.
Ivan Adetta tells us more in today's Money It's Personal.
Gift card scams can take many different forms, and if you miss some red flags, you may be putting money into crooks' pockets. The Federal Trade Commission is warning consumers about a new scam in which workers receive an email from their boss asking for a favor. The sender will pose as the receiver's manager using a spoofed or hacked email and ask for help putting on a company event or running a simple errand. The scammer will then ask the employee to help them by paying them with gift cards, promising to pay that money back later. However, once you hand over those gift card numbers and PINs, that money is gone. To avoid scams like these, the FTC recommends the following. First, if anyone asks you to pay anything with a gift card over email, it's more than likely a scam. Next, double check with your supervisor by calling them directly using a known number. Finally, if you can't reach your manager, take a pause and try to spot any red flags, like the wrong email or misspelled words. Do not click on any links if you're not sure the email's from your boss. And talk to a trusted coworker or friend and explain the situation to see what they would do. If you spot a scam like this, report it to your company right away and to the Federal Trade Commission at reportfraud.ftc.gov. For this week's Money is Personal, I'm Ivan Herrera, KSAT 12 News.
As we're going outside with live cam, you know, you'd never think you're going to fall for any of those, and I almost fell for 2 recently, and the only reason I knew is because the web address was a little weird.
Oh,
and I realized, so it can happen just about any day to anyone. Anyway, back to the weather. It is just prime weather out there across San Antonio.
It's beautiful. Considering where we were yesterday, up around 100, I know a lot of people are like, hey, it doesn't feel that cold outside. It will be chilly tomorrow morning, and the dry air is going to feel a lot better. We should be about 10 to 15 degrees cooler today for the high temperature than we were yesterday, which is a pretty good improvement. 70 right now, still some clouds out there. Northerly winds at about 10 miles per hour. That dew point, that's the important number there, 43. Air is bone dry now. And temperatures today should make it up to about 86. Keep in mind it will be a little bit breezy throughout the day, some gusts up to 25 miles per hour out of the north. As we look at the numbers right now, 68 Comfort, skies beginning to clear there. Notice the clouds are moving north to south, and we'll continue to see that clearing. 70 at Canyon Lake, 71 in New Braunfels, 67 Helotes, 73 down in Pleasanton. Pollen count, those winds must have kicked up the allergens. We've got a long list here. Mold, ragweed, fall elm, all in the high category, and pigweed and grass also showing up there at 50. Looking at the forecast for today, we'll make it up again to 86. Breezy conditions, especially first half of the day. Look for clear skies tonight. And yes, those morning temperatures tomorrow look really nice. We'll look at that forecast and a look ahead to some rain chances coming up in just a few minutes. Guys.
This Hispanic Heritage Moment is brought to you by Taco Cabana.
The piñata has become a mainstay of Hispanic celebrations or fiestas, but many probably don't know how that tradition began. The origin of the piñata is believed to have started when Marco Polo discovered the Chinese creating figures of cows and buffaloes adorned with colorful paper to celebrate the new year. When the custom spread to Spain, the first Sunday in Lent was celebrated with the dance of the piñata. Back then, the piñatas were made of clay, and later colorful paper, ribbons, ribbons and tinsel were added. As part of the religious celebrations, the person hitting the piñata was blindfolded, which symbolized faith-defying evil. And one of the more traditional shapes is the seven-pointed Sputnik, with each point representing one of the 7 deadly sins. Today, piñatas are made of paper mache, come in many different shapes and colors, and are stuffed with toys and sweet treats.
From a lost generation of Spanish speakers to investment news involving a legendary Spurs player, KSAT News Now streams today at 11 a.m.
Yeah, coming up in just a bit. Alicia and RJ are live in the newsroom with a look ahead at today's show. Morning, guys.
Hi, guys.
Good morning.
Good Wednesday morning, Mark and Stephanie. Yeah, we have a lot of interesting things coming up. Manu Ginobili doing the most with his post-retirement career. We're going to talk about his latest venture. It's pretty interesting stuff. I call Manu Ginobili the most interesting man in the world.
And it doesn't have to do with Mission Reach because we know that's where he's always biking. This is actually tech. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. But Alicia did an interview with a professor to talk about sort of this lost generation when it comes to Spanish language.
Yeah, so it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and a lot of the things that we always hear are about Spanish. And I do personally hear people saying, hey, my grandparents' parents didn't teach me Spanish, and I kind of feel angry about that. So we spoke to this professor, Dr. Maribel Larraga from Our Lady of the Lake University. She was actually one of my professors in college, and we talked about just that loss of Spanish, what that means, and what about the Spanish that you speak at home? Is it perfect, how we say, or is it more of a Spanglish Tex-Mex? So she dives into that and, really says that it's okay. Any Spanish is okay.
Yeah, it is a really interesting conversation. So we have that coming up. Plus, we're debuting something new today. It's called the KSAT 12 Tasty Taco Showdown. Yes, a mouthful in many different ways. KSAT 12's Tasty Taco Showdown. We've been talking about tacos a lot here over the past couple of weeks. Well, we ended up getting a lot of responses from KSAT insiders and our viewers submitting their top taco places. So now we're going to do this, I don't want to call it a bracket, but people are going to be able to vote and basically kind of advance their favorite taco places. So we have all this online on KSAT.com. And of course, the show, KSAT News Now, streams on Facebook Live, KSAT TV app, and of course, KSAT.com at 11 a.m.
So we hope you tune in. Again, that taco, we want people to start voting. So
Yes.
Mark and Stephanie, scroll to the bottom of that article and you'll be able to vote for your favorite.
Oh, this could be a very tasty 12's Top 12, guys.
Yeah, pictures already look good.
Yeah, definitely. Some pretty popular spots and also a little bit of underdog spots, I think, as well. So a nice mix there.
Those can be some of the best places for tacos. All right, Alicia, RJ, we'll see you guys at 11 online. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
And time now is 9:39, about 71 degrees out there.
You're watching GMSA at 9. This week's Katie Science Lab coming up right after this break. She's talking pumpkin density on the almost first day of fall. As we say in Texas, it's fall, y'all, and that means pumpkins are back in season.
And Katie Blake is here in the studio with her lively assistant, David Sears.
Extra lively today.
Oh, one of my college professors, she hates that. Happy fall, y'all.
Why?
I don't know, but I think of her every time, Lindsay.
I wonder where she's from.
Did you ever say it in class?
Yeah.
Did she not
And on
mark
social
your grade?
media, everybody be like, happy fall, y'all. And she'd be like, guys,
Can you
that's
give
annoying.
us her email address and we'll just bomb her, we'll barrage her with fall, y'all.
For sure.
I want to know if that affected your grade any.
No, I was like A+++.
This is true.
Look at you.
Knock you off
And it
the
all
plus, so.
primed me for this.
Okay.
Well, hey,
Katie
so,
Science Lab.
Since we're here, happy fall, y'all.
Indeed a Rooney. Happy fall, y'all. So I figured since fall does begin this afternoon, we're a few hours early, we would do a fun little experiment learning about density of different types of materials, but using a pumpkin. So here's what you're going to need. These cute little pumpkins. These are the ones that are out front of H-E-B in the grocery stores now. So get you a couple little ones. Corn syrup, vegetable oil, a clear container like a mason jar, or we've just got clear plastic cups, water, food coloring, and a knife and spoon, something to carve your little pumpkin. So I've gotten started, but David, I need you to start carving your pumpkin. So we want to grab a few different parts of the pumpkin. So I went ahead and just
What's it going to be when it grows up?
cut the stem out. Well, I don't know, because you're going to cut into
A
it.
big pumpkin?
So
It's going to be gorgeous.
Oh, it is. It is. And I found last year's pumpkin carving kit that I had saved, and this actually works really well.
We recycle here at Katie's Science Lab.
We do. So parents.
Cut out the top?
Yes, cut out the top.
Is this going to be messy?
Not really.
Take your time.
It's kind of nice that these are small. So what David is going to do is he's going to cut out some different types of the pumpkin here, different parts. So he's going to cut out the stem because we want to have the stem to work with. We want to have some of the seeds. We want to have.
Grab these so we can see everything.
Thank you. We want to have some of the fleshy part of the pumpkin there, and even some of like the, what do you call it? The guts of the pumpkin. So he's doing that. While he's finishing up, we have also already pre-prepared. This kind of looks like candy corn.
Right there.
Yeah. So we've got corn syrup in the bottom. That's what you're going to pour in first. I put in some red food coloring to give us a little fall vibe here. And I am just thrilled because now that I'm holding this up, this looks like candy corn. I didn't even mean for that to happen.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So there's your corn syrup on the bottom, water in the middle, and then on the top I poured vegetable oil. So this in itself is a good visual for the kiddos to learn about different types of density for liquids. And I completely forgot to quiz David right off the top. David, we've done this before. The formula for density. Do you know what that density is?
Mass, density, and other stuff.
MC squared. I don't know.
So very close. No, mass is right. So density is mass over volume.
You're the A++ for I got a C. So
we did this, I think it was like last fall, so it's been a while. So
we need to see some transcripts from Texas Tech ASAP.
ASAP. So
what am I got the lid off.
Yes.
Did I dump that in there?
No.
I need some of that in there.
You wanted to pour it, so I was leaving it for you. Okay, so this you can kind of just have fun with it, parents. Take your time. So have the kiddos take different parts of the pumpkin.
Say win.
You can fill it up to the top.
Say win.
Win.
Okay.
Goodness me. You're going to take the different parts of the pumpkin and then just kind of put them in the liquid and see what kind of layer that they get stuck in. So that was pretty light. So it looks like it's stuck right on the water and the oil. I'm going to put some of our seeds in here too. These are also pretty light. So we'll see where they go.
Okay. There they go. Oh, wait, are they descending slightly?
2 of them were. Okay. So they're down there.
So what does that
about
mean?
Where the pumpkin part was. This is the stem is really light, so I guarantee it's going to probably stay at the top as well. And as you're using the different parts of the pumpkin, parents maybe ask the kiddos where they think it's going to go. Here, I'm going to push these down a little bit just to make. So the stem is really light. It doesn't have much density, so it's going to stay at the top. Something that was a bit heavier, maybe that had more density. What are you doing? Be careful with my toolbox, David. Okay, I'm going to try this heavier.
I was trying to get some of the guts out and just dump it in there, see what happens.
Get the guts, yeah. Pull these. I hate this part.
Well, that's nice.
Feels super gross. So, anyway, this is kind of cool.
The seeds stay right at the top on mine.
Yeah. Interesting. So you can maybe cut a bigger, heavier piece of the pumpkin and see where that goes. But this is just a fun way to get kiddos, you can do this outside now that it feels a little bit better. And don't forget, we are taking Katie's Science Lab on the road and we need your help for this. So send me an email if you're a teacher, if you know a teacher who, would maybe want a visit from David and I to do a science experiment with their class. Send me an email and we would love to come out and join. So let's get that. What are you doing?
Trying to pick this seed up off the floor.
Anyway.
Theoretically, Katie, is some stuff gonna sink?
Yes, so part of the fleshy part of the pumpkin is starting to drop into the bottom there.
But it may only fall about halfway through the less dense liquid?
Yes. So this is just kind of a cool visual for the kiddos, and it looks like candy corn.
So after you carve your pumpkin, you do a little experiment.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Okay, more of this and more on KSAT.com/Katie's Science Lab. Happy fall, y'all.
Hopefully your former teacher's not watching.
A++++, really?
Of course.
Why do you question that?
Yeah.
A lot of extra credit. How do you get up?
We know Katie's a good student. You were too, weren't you, Justin?
No, not as smart as Katie. She's definitely straight A's across the board. David, on the other hand,
I want to be upfront about something.
Uh-oh.
My blood type is A positive, and the only reason I remember that is because I never got that in school. I was a horrible student.
Really?
Horrible student. So well done, Katie.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Let's talk about rainfall yesterday. We did get a little bit around here, not much. The airport saw about, not 1,700, should say 500ths of an inch of rain. So it wasn't that much. A few places like southern Wilson County, about 4/10. Southwest side of New Braunfels, close to an inch there. Brackettville, pretty good number, but it was really spotty. These showers and storms came through. There was a couple of good downpours, but it was not enough rain to really eat into what we need to sort of make up. Look at that. We are exactly on average today, 23.63. That is the average amount of rainfall we would expect this time of year. But as we go forward in time, there's not much rain in the forecast, at least next 3 or 4 days. So we're going to drop below average. Hopefully we'll get some rain back in the forecast by early next week, and that will help out things. We need a good rainmaker here. Outside right now, we've got temperatures at 70 degrees, 76 Stinson, 74 Kelly, 71 at Randolph. And notice the wind's pretty good out of the north and northeast, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. 76 Stinson, 74 down there in Pleasanton, 71 Divine, 70 in Tarpley, 69 Kerrville, 78 out in Del Rio. Still some 60s in the Hill Country. Man, it feels so much better out there. After that front came through last night, and gusts are still going to be there. We're still going to see some gusts through the afternoon, probably up around 25 miles per hour, and seeing that sort of range right now, anywhere from 20 to 25 with those gusts San Antonio over to Gonzales and New Braunfels. There's the forecast. Winds do calm tonight, and so that sets the stage. We've got dry air, clear skies, light winds. You know what happens when we see that during the fall and winter. We get some cold temperatures by the morning. Now, it's not going to be cold, but it will be much, much cooler on your Thursday morning. And there's a look at the dew points in the 40s in most spots. So that is a huge change. Dew points are down about 30 degrees from where they were yesterday. We'll be up around 85, 86 this afternoon. And then temperatures will quickly fall off tonight into the 60s. So by 10 o'clock, we're at 68 degrees. And by tomorrow morning, boom, 57 to start. Almost jacket weather. I think for some of us it will be, with northeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. So keep that in mind as kiddos go off to school tomorrow morning. Down the line, high pressure begins to build in. It's not terribly strong, just kind of moves across Texas. And then by Monday, we get a little bit of a cutoff low out across the desert Southwest. Now, models are coming into better agreement here that this is going to shift into Texas by Monday into Tuesday and give us some decent chances for rain. Right now, we have it at about a 30% chance Monday, 40% chance Tuesday. In the meantime, highs in the 80s, finish out the work week, mostly clear skies and some cool mornings. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome back. So San Antonio is going to be featured in HGTV's House Hunters this week.
That's right. Set your DVR for tonight. New episode. The show airing Wednesday, 8 p.m. That would be tonight for a couple searching for a new place to live right here in San Antonio.
And they will play it again on Thursday. So this is a couple. They are actually moving from Ohio and they're relocating to San Antonio.
Yeah, the producers say that the couple both grew up in the inner city, always dreamed big, and now they're looking to buy a home and start a new legacy for their family right here in the Alamo City.
That's very cool. And it's not the first time they featured a San Antonio couple, so maybe it's becoming a regular thing.
I think so. Again, tonight at 8, tomorrow night at 11 o'clock.
Have a great day, guys.